With homelessness in America, it is something that you are used to seeing in major cities like Chicago and San Francisco and Seattle. But that is changing. Now tents are popping up in smaller cities like Savannah, Georgia and Sandusky, Ohio. And while it is too early to know the impact that the pandemic has had on our nation's homeless population, what is different is where people are choosing to spend the night. The unsheltered homeless population has risen dramatically, up 30% since 2015. In 2020, more than 1/3 of homeless Americans did not go to shelters. Instead, they're sleeping on the streets, oftentimes setting up tents. And the result is this: more and more images across the country of homeless encampments in big cities and now in small on the coasts and in middle America. The pandemic has not helped. Job losses and now the end of unemployment benefits. Millions more are at risk of losing their homes, and cities are left to figure out a solution to this growing issue. In a moment, the mayor of Wichita, Kansas, will be joining me live to talk about the challenges he is facing in his city and how he's dealing with it. But first, NewsNation correspondent Evan Lambert is live in Washington, D.C. tonight with a look at the problem. Evan.
Marnie, these tents behind me are some of the first things that you see at Union Station here in D.C. These tent cities popping up in small and large communities all across the country, and a local mayor telling us that the pandemic is making this all a lot worse.
This pandemic exposed every vulnerability in our social welfare system.
Savannah Mayor Van Johnson says when the pandemic started and his city's homeless shelters cut back on space to allow social distancing, the homeless problem only got worse.
So they ended up on our streets, ended up on our corners.
To help give people something more substantial than tents in places with no bathrooms or showers, Savannah used its budget, boosted by the pandemic relief last year, to run a city-owned homeless encampment. It offers security, running water, and sanitary conditions to the growing unhoused population. There are plans for more permanent container homes in the coming years. In D.C., an unhoused man who didn't want us to identify him says some have turned to tents because of little room in shelters.
Actually, now we're not even accepting anyone in now. And for, like I said, whatever reason, a lot of times they already have a lot of stuff. And that gets you turned away too.
Many cities across the nation are seeing this boom in the unhoused on the streets too. In L.A. Tuesday, a car crashed into a tent city. A man saved by a sofa that was part of that encampment. In Texas, a new statewide ban on camping on public land just went into effect this month. Advocates for ending homelessness say governments need to make sure tents aren't the best option for their residents.
The point is, find landlords who have empty units and rent apartments to people who are homeless. That's really the solution, whether there's a pandemic or not.
And this is hard to quantify. That's because the last census of people who are homeless was taken before the pandemic in January 2020. Now, just today, the city of Denver announcing that one of its main parks will close down because things have gotten so out of control there and conditions have become unsanitary. Marnie.
Evan, thank you. Dr. Brand.